and welcome back. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to talk about the difference between a beneficiary deed and a personal representative's deed. So Jeff, would you kick it off with what a personal representative deed is?
Sure, why not? A personal representative's deed is a deed that's done by a personal representative. Shocking, I know. So a deed is really something you record on property, a house, a rental, vacation home, anything like that, sometimes mineral interests and land, that transfers title, so ownership, who owns it. In a personal representative's deed, an estate owns it. So someone has passed away. So we have a house, we need to transfer to the beneficiaries or to a third-party buyer. Then we do what's called a personal representative's deed. It's called a personal representative's deed because the person actually signing that deed has been appointed by a court to be in charge of the decedent's estate. So they are called the personal representative. You may know that as an executor. They're the exact same thing. Really, that person is just signing a deed saying that they are transferring from the estate and they have authority from the court to do so. And they're transferring it to whoever they're supposed to transfer it to. So if there's a will or just someone off the street buying the house, they're transferring it to them. And that's about it for a personal representative's deed.
Sure. So a beneficiary deed is a little bit different because you can only do a beneficiary deed while you're still alive. Think about your retirement or life insurance policy. You can name on both of those, and you should, a beneficiary. So for example, if I pass away, my retirement, life insurance, bank account, all of that goes to my husband. That way it avoids probate. But in certain states, Colorado happening to be one of them, you can do what's called a beneficiary deed. What a beneficiary deed does is it turns your house into a non-probate asset. So it's kind of like adding a payable on death to your checking account. It adds beneficiaries that says, if I own a house by myself, when I pass away, the house goes to person A. Or if my husband and I own a house together, if both of our death certificates are recorded, then the house goes to person A and it transfers like that. So for those of you who are visual like me out there, here's how I like to say it. Pretend this is the deed to the home when you purchased it. So this says Kristen and Sean purchased the house from whoever we purchased it from. Now, beneficiary deed, we record and it sits on top of our property like this. So as you can see, it's translucent. You can still see the deed behind it. While this deed, this beneficiary deed is valid, it doesn't do anything unless both of our death certificates are recorded because we're both joint owners on this property. So it sits and waits to find out if when both death certificates are recorded, if we still own that home, then it will transfer ownership, and then the beneficiary deed together with the original ownership and both death certificates transfer ownership all together form the new deed for Gabriella, who is going to be the beneficiary in this situation. Really important to note, beneficiary deeds, it does not transfer ownership until those death certificates are recorded. Those are the main differences between a beneficiary deed, which you record while you're alive to avoid needing a personal representative's deed, which we do when someone's passed away and we're trying to transfer ownership to either beneficiaries or a third-party buyer.
I think that's about it to sum up the differences between the two deeds. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and watch our other videos. Appreciate it.
Bye.